Hey you guys, a while back we checked out this silicone Hellboy mask from O'Neill FX. We did a review on that. We'll put a backup at the end of this video if you want a quick link to it. In that video, we talked about this mask. This was my first Hellboy silicone mask from CFX. So this is going to be a proper review video of it. We'll show you the movement and all that good stuff with it. Compare the costumes and all that good stuff. Now, first, let's get this out of the way. Oh, it's got a bigger bib. This looks like Hellboy. This really doesn't. Now, the reason for that is that back in the day, CFX did this thing that they called their mask of the month, where basically they took one of their masks, and a lot of times they modified it into looking like an actor or a character or a comic book or whatever. And what was great about that is it allows you to do some things that they normally couldn't do due to like licensing and things of that nature. Now the Mask of the Months were really cool. If you stick around the channel, you'll see a couple others because I have like their Jeepers Creepers, I have their Green Goblin, I got this guy. I think I have another one too. But when I saw this one, I really like Hellboy, and I had been wanting to do Hellboy as a costume for conventions and whatnot, and I'd started acquiring some things. I had bought, like there was, I think, a sideshow where somebody did the belt with the Samaritan, so I got that, and they did this very heavy and awkward right hand of doom, so I did that, and I ended up building a big baby and whatnot and everything. So I was already kind of planning to do the costume anyway, and I just hadn't figured out like how I was going to do the mask parts. So I put this out, and it was like perfect. However, this hair, this horseshoe hair, and the chops and the goatee are all hand punched. So the price tag on this guy was pretty prohibitive, so I ended up selling, I think, 3 masks. I don't remember what they were, and putting that towards getting this guy, which I got, and I've had it ever since. This was sculpted off of their governor, their Arnold Schwarzenegger style mask, and they did the horns. Now the horns, I think these silicone horns are better than the one on the O'Neill Effects one. I think the O'Neill Effects looks more like Hellboy, but the horns being a little bit more out, I think is really cool and adds some very, very interesting, dimension to the mask. I wish I could take those horns and put them over here, but I can't. That's all right. And then one of the things that I love about CFX, it's got that longer bib that's very, very nice. Having the bib like this, if you're wearing a costume, sometimes a smaller bib will get out of the shirt or something like that, and it kind of ruins the effect. So the longer bib, I really like that. And then just the quality that CFX has as one of the industry leaders of silicone masks. They have, I've said this before, just an immense level of, technology and different things that they have access to that allows them to make very uniform thickness, very, very nice, very clean silicone masks that are very durable. They have like a Duraflex that they put in and some different things. However, when you're mass producing, sometimes you need to make things more one size fits all. Their masks tend to be a little bit smaller than I like them. This one is a little bit bigger, works really well with my head. And then CFX, their eye holes tend to be a little bit larger. A lot of us that do this a lot, we really want the smallest possible eye holes. In fact, if we could probably cut them ourselves, we'd be like, just don't give any eyes, I'll deal with it. Because that is the part that shows the most is how that comes in to the eye, and that ruins the effect. That was why we'll see a lot of people that wear the old man ones are always with glasses and things like that, because the effect is usually ruined around the eyes, and you can tell it's a mask. CFX also, the lip cupping, fantastic, and you'll see that in the movement. If you look back at that video, my lower lip, there's almost no cupping on this lower lip, just keeps flopping out, and it makes it awkward, and it really impairs the sound of my voice, because I have to talk in such a way that I have to keep that lip in so it just doesn't poke out. The CFX mask holds that a lot better. So what we'll do is we'll check them out up close, and then we'll kind of look at movement, costume, and things of that nature. All right, here is the Hellboy style mask by Composite Effects here. Kind of get these horns, and you can see all hand punched hair, which is very, very nice. Hand punched hair is like just fantastic, but really drives up the cost because an artist has to, you know, punch each individual hair into this mask. You can see that bib. The shading is pretty flat, you know, honestly on there. It's very, what I would say, like delicate, which is good. For comic books though, you know, a lot of times you want it to pop more. So I would say that this Hellboy kind of looks a little bit more realistic, whereas the O'Neill Effects ones looks a little bit more comic booky. So again, this was a mask of the month. I believe I made this costume in 2012, so probably either late 2011 or early 2012 was when this mask was made. So it's 13 years old. And as you can see, holds up great. Sorry, that was my finger there. Just have it chilling on the head form. This is off of their Arnold silicone mask that they had, which I believe is called the Governor. And yeah, let's see how it moves.
All right, part of me feels like I should be apologizing to you guys because you can't get this, right? This was a one-off mask of the month. So this isn't something that you can just contact them and get, probably. But this is, again, by Composite Effects. They have a lot of great stuff. Very cool mask company. That hand-punched hair, what they'll do is they'll come back in, they lay it, you can see how thick it is coming through, and then they put a layer of silicone over it. So it is very, very durable, very like in there. Which is good. Some of the matting and the gluing on, you kind of like rip out, you know, the hair or the netting, or if that silicone isn't done on the inside, turning the mask inside out, and you're like putting that over it, the hair can rip out. So you know, even if you get something that's hand punched, you know, you want to make sure that it's finished as well. So again, mask of the month, Hellboy, probably from 2012. So on this, since it's got this ponytail, we don't want to catch that in the neck, so I kind of flip that over and then do the same thing that I normally do. I got it turned inside out. I got both hands, kind of line up my head. My hair's getting kind of long. I got to get a haircut, and then same thing, kind of get in, figure out where my lips are. You can see what I was saying about the eyes. You can see the eyes. They're pretty, you know, well, I wear eye red, like eye black, but it's red when I wear this mask. I used to wear this mask a lot. I would do charity events, which is kind of funny, like, come on, Hellboy, let's go on down to the children's hospital and see the kids. But we would do that kind of thing. I was in a group that was called the Portland Superheroes Coalition, and then my main character was Hellboy, Big Red, although I did a lot of other characters. So I would wear the eye red for that. But you can see already the big thing is my lip is not sticking out like it is on the O'Neill mask, and that means my voice, I think, sounds a lot better. So although I like the O'Neill mask a lot better, if I was for like the overall look, you know, if I was going to enter a costume contest or something like that, I would want to wear it. But if I had to go somewhere where I was going to, you know, Hellboy's a face character, I'm going to talk to people, I'm going to interact, maybe there's press and we're going to do an interview or something, this would be the mask that I would prefer because you can understand what the hell I'm saying when I'm talking. Movement-wise, get in there again. You know, this bib coming all the way down to here means that neck movement is really, really natural. Kind of see the back ear holes. The Composite Effect ear holes are very good. They're very small. You can't really even, you know, see what's going on because of the hair on this guy. So again, this mask fits me really well because the CFX being a little smaller than my head, which is good, gives me that really nice movement. And these horns don't distort. I do miss the elongated face and kind of those like really protrusive cheekbones from the O'Neill mask, but this is comfortable to wear for long periods of time, has good movement on the facial features, and, it's really easy to fix the eye issue. Let's go ahead and check it out with the costume. So same costume, just a different mask here. I got this. This is just a fan made hand because it has a little bit more, movement than the sideshow one. It's also very, very light. The sideshow one is very heavy, and I did get that one signed by Mike Mignola, so I don't really want to to run that one around and mess up that signature or whatnot. Getting it signed was actually the precipice of forcing me to get another one, and I do like this one. It's a little bigger. I think it looks fun for photos and those things. Now you can see the face. It reads Hellboy. I think if you see me coming, I'm Hellboy, right? I got just the sideshow belt with the Samaritan there, some motorcycle pants, the BRPD shirt, and this is just a Western duster. Got just a sleeve on this hand, and then a muscle suit that I had made there. But it does not, to me, read the same level of comic bookiness. So I think the O'Neill one definitely looks better. If I'm gonna do just like a photo shoot type thing, I think that's the one I want to do. But if I have to interact with people, we can compare the voices between this and the other one. I sound horrible in the other one because I have to like stick my lower lip out to keep it from coming to the mask. Same kind of thing as that one. I'll chomp on a cigar and run around. I usually don't mess with drawing the Samaritan. I actually have it in here, but it's built into the holster. This is a kit versus the sideshow one because it looks good there. And the couple times I did take it out for pictures at conventions and things like that, then people got to watch Hellboy struggle putting the Samaritan away for 20 minutes because I can't really see super well and my movement is limited here because of the muscle suit. So it just works out better. This look, sometimes, I'll carry a different pistol, or there was a time where Hellboy was in hell and he had a katana, so I have just a faux katana, and sometimes, doing that, works out pretty well as well. Again, you can kind of see the eyes on the CFX. You can see them a little bit more, so doing the eye red really helps to sell the character, do the spin for you. What we'll do now is we'll do kind of a side-by-side comparison. All right, here's our side-by-side comparison. We got the CFX mask and the O'Neill mask. Right away, what you should notice is the proportions. The proportions of the O'Neill mask, it is taller, and the way that those really thick molded cheekbones are, it gives you this width too, so it's larger in all directions. This really sells the muscle suit. The Hellboy on the right looks naturally proportioned, whereas when I have the costume on the left, I usually will not wear this muscle suit with the CFX mask, or I will wear a shirt that fully covers it, just an unripped BRPD shirt, because it ends up like Hellboy ate too many pancakes when I'm wearing it that way. It looks more like a gut than a large monster. And that is something that I really like about the O'Neill. It has this kind of cartoony appearance. Even looking at the paint, you can see the contrast. It is great. It is a non-realistic contrast, especially in the jowls there, that kind of makes it pop and makes it look like something that is drawn. Whereas the CFX mask catches the light more naturally, and if I were to be wearing the eye red, it wouldn't, draw to my eyeballs as much. However, for this character, I think that cartoony pop is really good. Let's talk about those eye holes. On the CFX mask, you can see they're larger. Again, the quality of the CFX mask, I think, is higher. The hair, especially, is a supreme quality. The eye holes just on their masks are a little bit bigger, just to make it more one size fits all. The O'Neill ones, not only are they smaller, they're inset. You can see against the brow and the jowls, so it really naturally hides it with the light. So even though I'm not wearing the eye red there, it doesn't draw as much attention. The main downside of that O'Neill mask is if you turn the sound on in this video, I sound like Mickey Rourke in his later movies, right? Because my lip, I just cannot get it to work with the mask, so it really sounds bad and garbled when I try to talk. Whereas I can articulate and enunciate fully in the CFX mask. So both of these masks masks, exceptionally high quality. They're great. The CFX one, you know, is a mask of the month. It was not sculpted to be Hellboy. They took another mask and made it Hellboy. I bet they could make a very killer Hellboy mask in their own right. But this is a fun mask. I'm very excited that I got this as their mask of the month, and I've, you know, worn this thing to like 100 conventions and charity events and things like that. So I've got a lot of great use out of it, and you know, 13 years later, it's still going strong there. So again, you guys were a great audience. Just a little Ron Perlman as Hellboy slash Clay from Sons of Anarchy. He was supposed to be at a convention, and I was going to wear this to it and get a picture with him. He dropped out of the convention, so you get to see what I was planning here. Have a good one. We'll look forward to another great mask review next week.